All right, guys, day 20 of 31 Days of Horror. The movie I watched for the first time today was Dr. Phibes, the Abominable Dr. Phibes, which is a 1971 horror movie starring Vincent Price, where he goes around and is killing off the doctors responsible for his wife's death. So this one is interesting because I'm going to point this out before I actually talk about this movie. I watched the movie Theater of Blood, I'd say sometime last year, with Vincent Price as well. That came out in 1973. This came out in 1971, and the plots are very similar. In Theater of Blood, Vincent Price exacts revenge and is killing off people um, who are not taking him seriously as a actor. So it's very similar in that, where he's taking revenge on a group of people, does horrific things to people, and it's funny to see that similarity between both of them. And I didn't really do much of a review on Theater of Blood, but I liked it. I thought it was fun. This one I liked a lot more. So, like I said, that's the basic plot of this one, where he is killing off doctors who accidentally killed his wife in the process of I think it was surgery or something. But this one is really strange because this one did a really good job of being really fun and ridiculous. Like, I enjoyed this one a lot. Um, First off, you've got to talk about Vincent Price. Of course, he was great in this. Anything Vincent Price was in that I've seen so far, like, his voice is just one of the best voices ever. Like, it is truly, he is a good actor as well, and I think his voice just really carries his performance. And that's obvious; it's a voice carrying a performance, but you know what I mean. Um, I really dig that. I think that's really awesome. I like how he does some crazy stuff in this movie. Like, this one's really fun with the over the top deaths he does with in this movie. Um, he uses an ancient Egyptian ideology where it's killing off these people, but with 10 different things, different elements, different things. So I like that. I think that's really awesome. But he does some funny killings in this. Like, he does one where he's at a masquerade ball, or like at a party, and like it's a costume party, and he gives this guy a frog head mask, and it's one of the guys he's trying to kill. The guy puts on the frog head mask, and it slowly and slowly just starts like closing in on his head, which I think is really scary, and that actually really affected me. I was like, oh shit, that's really good. But eventually, it's just where it closes in on his neck, and he like bleeds out. But it was really funny, and it was really surprising, and it was thrilling as well, because I thought that's just such a gross way to go. Um, there's a scene where he has liquid acid at the end, towards the end of the movie, that's gonna come down and get this character tied up, and the other person next to him, he has to get a key out of the person to get it unlocked and taken away from that spot where the liquid acid will fall. And that reminded me a lot of Saw, which is hilarious. That I wonder if Saw took ideas like that from this, because that felt very similar. Take the key out of the body to survive. Like, that just was really funny noticing that. Um, I liked that. I liked too that in the credits, and also humming it throughout, or not throughout. I think maybe, I'm trying to remember if he did it once in the movie, but I know it was in the credits. Um, he hums somewhere over the rainbow, and that's played at the end of the credits. Not the actual singer from Wizard of Oz, but like it's sung by somebody else, which is really interesting. I thought that was hilarious, and it's used in the sequel as well, which I watched, and that's going to be the next 31 Days of Horror the next tomorrow. But I thought that was funny, and I like how, I'm going to spoil the ending to this because I watched the second one, and that second one I'm going to have to explain the ending to this one. So here we go. The ending of this is that Vincent Price's character goes with his tries to go with his dead wife, and like he's gonna be in a tomb with her, and he uses embalming fluid to go into his body, take some blood out, put the embalming fluid into his body, and then it ends that way. But then there's a sequel, so it's like, so he didn't die from the embalming fluid. Okay, that I had to point out because I thought that was very weird that they had a sequel. Like, how they set it up in this one. But I'm fine with, because the sequel was all right. I enjoyed that too, but I thought that was really funny. I thought I thought just all these characters were fun. I thought that the amount of gore in this was actually surprising. Like, it's not super gory, but I'm surprised for 1971, like this one, and how brutal it was. Like, I was genuinely kind of surprised. So I did dig that, and I'm glad I got to see this one. This was actually a really fun watch, and I really dug it a lot. I thought it was a really fun Vincent Price movie. So that's pretty much all I could say about the Abominable Dr. Phibes. But tomorrow I got, for the next day of 31 Days of Horror, I got the sequel, Dr. Phibes Rises Again, which I already watched. So I'll see you guys there. Take care.